I love it when a movie makes you ask the question, what would I do in that situation? That's a question I found myself asking a lot in the movie The Descendants. What would I do if that was me? How would I react? Would I be willing to do that? What else would I do? I love that idea of putting yourself in the movie. The Descendants is a movie starring George Clooney, directed by Alexander Payne, who also directed Sideways, I think was one of his movies, about Schmidt. Kind of does these Oscar bait type movies. But George Clooney is the star, and he is the centerpiece of this movie about a man who lives in Hawaii, whose wife, I should say, is in a boating accident, and because of that situation, he finds himself reconnecting with his daughters. He finds himself approaching life differently. He learns new information in his life. This one event, this one accident, causes ripples and repercussions in his life that I don't want to give away, because the twists and turns in the story are really kind of neat and kind of nice. But it affects his life greatly, and how he reacts to that is kind of the theme and the heart of this movie. The acting in this movie is great. I wouldn't say it's over-the-top superb, although there are a couple scenes where George Clooney really, I think, goes to another level as an actor. Does some really cool stuff. And a couple of the other surrounding actors have a couple scenes as well. But most of all, the acting just doesn't distract you. It's not bad acting, so you don't get pulled out of the story. You're very much engaged in the story and what the director is telling you, and where it's going and what's happening. And the acting is a great service to that, as is everything else about the movie. The cinematography, the way it's written, the writing is very real, but at the same time still clever and interesting. The plotting and how they get from one point to another, I think, is engaging and compelling, and keeps you interested. There's no downtime in this movie. Even though it's just a simple storytelling movie, I don't ever remember feeling like, oh, can we please get on to the next part? Very tight and very well done, I think, by Alexander Payne. And really, that's kind of this movie. The Descendants is a movie that, even though it's not maybe the best movie I've ever seen or a superb movie, it is a great movie that tells a great story with some really deep themes about love and life and forgiveness and acceptance. The forgiveness thing, there are some themes and messages on forgiveness and what that looks like and what that means, and how do you do that in your own life, that are really kind of jaw-dropping. They're really great moments in this movie about forgiveness that you might want to check out. And I would say that's kind of the end result. Descendants is a movie that you might want to check out. George Clooney does a great job. It's a great story, and one that I definitely can see being mentioned a lot as the Oscars come up for next year.